We doing it again. Yes, y'all, we are back. Now you like, okay, Marcus, where are we back from? Yes, we are back with another Power Rangers review, of course, to end or begin the week, however that goes. But we are back on planet Earth. After spending 2 seasons in outer space, Saban made an excellent decision in bringing this group of Power Rangers, Lightspeed Rescue, back down to the planet Earth. Also, we gotta give respect to Saban again. Saban did something big this season. They had adult Power Rangers, which also makes it one of the most realistic seasons of the franchise. So, let's talk about Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Let's get it. So, after 2 seasons in outer space, Saban, the company behind Power Rangers during that time period, they felt like they learned enough and enough time has passed that they can go back down to the planet Earth for another season of Power Rangers. And let me tell you, in the year 2000, that was the correct decision. They came back and they had a whole lot of creativity and excellent writing in this season of Power Rangers. The plot of Lightspeed Rescue goes like this. You have a fictional city called Mariner Bay. In the fictional city of Mariner Bay, you have demons that are rising from the underworld, trying to take over the city and eventually the world. But there's a top secret government program called Lightspeed. And you have a captain, William Mitchell, who is the head of that program that sends out a recruit team looking for the next 5 Lightspeed Power Rangers to save the city of Mariner Bay from the demons. The plot was pretty good because to me, it got across a lot of realism when you look at the theme of the season, a rescue theme involving different areas of first aid responders. I thought that that was really good for the time period and kind of ironically happened a year before 9/11 over here in America, which is eerie as shit, but it's something that happened. Now, the way this season began, like I said, it started with creativity because Saban knew they had to pull in an audience after 2 excellent seasons in outer space. And they do that. You have archaeologists that are digging around in Egypt. They fall into a tomb, and once they fall into the tomb, they accidentally wind up awakening evil demons that then shoot out, and we got the fuckery for the season. You also see, like I said earlier, the captain of Lightspeed Rescue of the underground Aqua base, Captain William Mitchell, that is sending out a recruit team of agents to go get 5 Lightspeed Rangers because the demons are here. We've been preparing for this. We gotta do what we gotta do. Time to save the day. And what made the recruitment so interesting was he saw a skill set in each individual. He saw them bringing something to the table that the other individual might not have been able to bring. And that kind of is like Nick Fury from the Avengers, where he got Thor for a reason. He got Tony Stark for a reason. He got Captain America for a reason. And you see that he gets Carter, the Red Ranger, who's a firefighter. That makes sense. He's used to saving people, going into tough situations. And then he goes and he gets the Blue Ranger from SeaWorld.
Well, I hope you brought your umbrella because you're going to get wet. That was Chad Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Why? Now, I have a lot of questions on why the hell did he recruit the Blue Ranger, who's a dolphin diver, who's a life preserver, who's a beach watcher, who's swimming with mermaids. Why did you go get the Blue Ranger? I will never know. The Yellow Ranger, I kind of understand and I kind of don't understand. She's doing extreme sports. How the hell that qualifies her to be a Power Ranger? I'm going to let y'all figure that out. Now, maybe it's the craziness she has. Maybe it's the go-get-em personality, the lack of fear that makes her a candidate. But you can go get Tony Hawk or some shit. I mean, Tony Hawk was popping in the early 2000s. He had a game every 5 months. Shit, you go get Tony Hawk or some shit. I mean, I don't get the Yellow Ranger and the Blue Ranger being on a team. But outside of those two, you also have him go recruit the Green Ranger, who's Joel. Joel is a stunt pilot man, right? He's very good at things that fly in the air. And Joel provided so much realism, so much realisticness when it came to the beginning episode. He's getting recruited to the Aqua Base, which is underwater, very triple X, very early 2000s. And when he gets there, he's like, yo, this is kidnapping. I don't want to be here. What the hell is Lightspeed? I ain't asked for this shit. Get me out of here.
Welcome to the Lightspeed Aqua Base.
I don't know who you are, but this is illegal. This is kidnapping.
I'm Captain William Mitchell. None of you will be held against your will. You're free to go.
See ya.
Finally, a Power Ranger that looked around and said, man, fuck all this. I'm out. I ain't asked for this. That'll be me 100%. I ain't trying to fight no demons. You understand me? And then you had Dana, the Pink Ranger, who he had a personal connection to Dana because that was his daughter. I thought Captain Mitchell was written really well to be the leader of the Aqua Base. And he was a character that played a big role as the season went on, where characters like him in the past, somebody such as Zordon, would sit in a tube and Rangers. He never really had a connection to them personally, but Captain Mitchell did. When I talk about the realism of Lightspeed Rescue continues when you look at the fact that it's a government-funded program. You can imagine something like that already existing in real life, no matter what country you're in. Any government would want to put together some type of secret program to help out society in case they ever needed it. And you also have an episode that was really cool where a different section of the government created cyborg rangers because they felt like the human rangers were inferior. Humans have emotions, humans have things going on. Screw all that. We could have these cyborg rangers come in, do the same damn thing with no emotion. That sounds like the beginning of Terminator or iRobot. But that episode was really interesting. It was a mature take on that situation. Many seasons of Power Rangers have repeated the themes, right? We've seen dinosaurs done plenty of times. We've seen people go into outer space. A few different seasons here and there. We've seen ninjas plenty of times. I don't want to see ninjas no more. And Lightspeed Rescue is one of the few themes that has not been repeated yet. The theme is so realistic. The theme is grounded. A Lightspeed Rescue team. First aid responders. People that are already used to helping out society and being heroes in a way. Was very cool. That not only grounds the show, but it also allows for moments where you use Super Sentai content for that Super Sentai content to actually assist the American content. Because when they cut to Super Sentai scenes, I don't feel like I'm watching a different show. I don't feel like, oh my God, I'm checking out. Like when I watched Power Rangers Turbo. Oh no, that's Sentai. Not watching. Or when it happens in Zeo. When it happens in Lightspeed, it's very smooth. Whenever anybody makes a list and says, these are my top 5 Red Rangers. These are my top 10 Red Rangers. These are the best Red Rangers in the franchise. A lot of people, for some reason, leave Carter out. Maybe it's because his season isn't as popular as Lost Galaxy or Space or Time Force, so he kind of gets lost in that loop. But Carter was such an excellent written character, just beyond him being a fighter and the lessons he learns doing that. It's the connection to Captain Mitchell. It's revealed later on in the season that when Carter was a child and he was trapped in a building, getting ready to die, the person that risked his life to save him was Captain Mitchell. And you see that story play out throughout the entire season. And in earlier parts of the season, Carter has a lot of self-doubt. When he makes a mistake, he goes, wow, that person got hurt. That kid got hurt because I messed up. It's so realistic because we're all the same way. If I did something and somebody got fucked up, I'll be like, dang, I messed that up. I'll be feeling doubtful about myself for the next 24 hours. And Carter was the same way when it came to saving people and also when it came to him flying. He was very nervous about flying, but as the season went on, he wound up acing it and being almost as good as Joel, which is very impressive for the character. Carter was very, very Captain America-esque, and I mean that with all due respect. He was somebody that wanted to do the right thing no matter what. Saving lives was the most important thing to him. And he did not care about questioning authority. Too many Power Rangers are like, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Carter was like, yo, if this is going to mess somebody up, I'm not doing it. He'll snap on somebody. And I love that about the character. Up until this point, there were a lot of compliments for Lightspeed Rescue. And it's an excellent season of the show. But damn, are these villains awful. Jesus Christ. These are some of the worst villains I've seen since the Machine Empire and Zeo. They are bad. First off, when you have these villains, there is no clear chain of command as the season goes on. It starts off with Diabolico being the main bad guy. But eventually it's kind of Vibra. Then it's Emphas. Then it's Queen Ventura. And it's just a whole lot of mixing and matching. Everybody is stabbing each other in the back. It's some real no honor amongst thieves type shit. I mean, I ain't never seen a group of bad guys supposedly work together like this before. I mean, it's ridiculous throughout the season. Not only is that an issue for me, but let's be real here. Let's be really real here. Ain't nobody getting ready to win no Oscar for their role in Power Rangers. Let's be real, all right? Ain't nobody say, man, whew, Becky G deserved an Oscar for Power Rangers in 2017. You saw the way she played the Yellow Ranger? Oh, no. Ain't nobody saying that. But the actress that plays Vibra, she not getting an MTV Movie Award. She ain't getting a BET Popcorn. She not getting an Oscar. She's not getting a Kids' Choice Award. She is awful at her job. She is one of the worst actors in Power Rangers.
Answer me.
I will, Diabolico. Once it's recharged, I'll lay waste to Mariner Bay. So our Queen Banshura will rise. Again.
Listen, come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
I ain't never seen somebody laugh the same way every single episode. She acts with no emotion. She has like two different faces. That real serious face, Rangers. Or she has that, ha ha ha.
I'll destroy Mariner Bay myself.
Little trolley face. That's it. She sucks at her job. She's a bad actor. Saban deserves a pat on the back for this season. Also, because this one featured, like I said earlier, adult Power Rangers with some adult themes thrown in there, here or there, that were very fun to see. For example, you have Captain Mitchell and the relationship dynamic with Ryan, where he wasn't there for most of Ryan's life. And that's a mature line of the plot that develops as the season goes on. I also found a lot of interest in the sexual harassment that Joel would put on Miss Fairweather throughout the season. That was a joy to watch because I don't know who in the year 2000 thought that that was funny. Maybe they were watching Pokemon a lot and they were like, okay, Joel is black, Brock is black. All right, let's make Joel like Brock from Pokemon. See, that works for Pokemon because one is animated, okay? And two, Brock is like 12, 13 years old, okay? It don't work for Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Joel is an adult, Miss Fairweather is an adult, and it just gets awkward.
Hello, Miss F.
Hello, Joel. How did you like your cycle?
Oh, it's great, but so complex. I was thinking, maybe we could take the cycle out, and you could give me a private lesson. Just you and me.
Where did he come from? Can somebody tell me where he came from? I mean, Jesus. Not only is it the spontaneous burst of excitement, but it's the nickname he gave her. The nickname is very porn-esque. Miss F. Oh, my porn brain is just rattling around. Oh, Miss F. Oh, I want to do things. Miss F. How you doing, Miss F? Maybe that's just me being 25 years old and watching porn and then saying that's like porn. I don't know. Do you feel the same way? Because I was like, Miss F might not be the right thing to call her. You feel me? For this next point, we're going to have to go back a little bit. I feel bad. I feel kind of bad, y'all, for not talking about Zane the Silver Ranger from Power Rangers in Space. He was an excellent Sixth Ranger. One of my most favorite in the franchise. But I'm going to make up for it by talking about Ryan, the Titanium Ranger here. Ryan, the Titanium Ranger, first off, looks badass. There wasn't a single person in the year 2000 that thought Ryan didn't look cool. He looked cool as hell. The gun was awesome. The name is awesome. The visor is awesome. But that aside, I also loved how his character gave more development to everybody around him. It helped Carter, Dana, his sister, Captain Mitchell, his father, and also his relationship to Diabolico, who basically raised him ever since he was a kid. Ryan was so cool. And what makes him even more awesome is he's the first All-American Ranger. Boy, that just warms my heart because it showed that Saban really gave a shit in the year 2000. Now, what happened to them later on during Megaforce and all that? We're going to have to get Dick Tracy or Inspector Gadget or the Ghostbusters out here to solve a damn mystery on that shit. But in the year 2000, they were bringing it with the writing. As the season went on, one thing that I found happening a lot that I thought was super cool was this season of the show introduced some of the most badass. I'm talking get out your seat, stump your fist, yell and scream. Badass morphs. There's this one morph in the season that I thought was one of the coolest I've ever seen.
Goodbye, Green Ranger.
The mid-morphs from Lightspeed Rescue were crazy cool. There were even more throughout the season that made me go, wow. And when you see that, you know it's getting ready to be a good episode because they could have just slammed in the generic morphing sequence, but they wanted to do more. Shout out to Saban. You the MVPs. Now, I gotta keep it a buck. Saban is even more of an MVP for an episode that happened early in the season. I think it was episode 11. If I'm wrong, I'm going to put it in the comment section for you guys. I'm not lying about this episode. There's an episode where Dana the Pink Ranger is getting on a bus, getting ready to go to a volcano. And when she's on the bus, there's a man with a gun on the bus. I repeat, there was a man with a gun on the bus. I don't think I need to say that again. He had a banger. Now, it was a little PP shooter, okay? One of them old little mafia guns looked like that. But he had a gun on the bus and a bag full of money. I was shocked when I saw that episode. Saban really had a real gun on Power Rangers. And he was threatening people to use it. Yo, they deserve a lot of respect for that. I'm looking out for any other seasons that might have real guns. I ain't talking about them blasters. I'm talking about real guns. And a bag full of money. I mean, god damn. That was an episode that was odd to watch. Because you don't see that normally on Power Rangers. But it was welcome at the same time. Ultimately, the finale of this season feels very rewarding for the characters. They saved the day. You get awesome shots of Carter and Ryan working together. Ryan riding around in the air with Carter. Just some really cool things that happen with the Rangers. Now, the villains, they're weak. I'm not going to talk about them anymore. It'll just be pounding on the rabbit. But the ending of Lightspeed Rescue felt really well handled because the Aqua base is getting destroyed. There's so much weight in the Rangers having to dive underneath the Aqua base, swim to another part of the Aqua base to get to a submarine and escape. That had me on the edge of my seat because you saw each individual Ranger's skill set become essential in that situation. Shout out to Chad, the Blue Ranger. You proved your worth. Now that mermaid shit was weird. The whole mermaid thing was weird. But you proved your worth with this, brother. You alright with me. Now take your ass back to SeaWorld, but you alright with me. Also, the ending felt really well for the characters because they all turn in their Lightspeed Rescue morphers. They're like, hey, our job is done. We're no longer a part of the government program. We're going to go back to what we were doing before all of this happened. And like a demon appears and then they're all like, hey, we're Power Rangers. We got to do what we got to do. I thought that was cool. That was a superhero ending. The heroes having to go save the day again. I love that about Lightspeed Rescue. So, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. What does it get? What does it deserve? Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue gets a mother freaking B+. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the better seasons of Power Rangers. I would say top 10, to be honest with you. It's very well written and extremely realistic. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, man. I love doing these on a weekly basis, chopping it up with you guys. We're all on quarantine. You should be on quarantine. And if you ain't, thank you for that, because you're doing something big in society. But anyway, we're going to keep on banging these out. Right now, I'm on episode 38 of Power Rangers Time Force. I'm right up on the finale. So, in a few weeks, you guys should be seeing that Time Force review. Or the week after you watch this one. Yeah, I'm rambling. All right. It's been weird, but it's been real. Don't be like Joel. Don't be thirsty as shit. Everything gonna be alright. And a bag of money. Get out of here, bitch.